Dicko, obviously we've got the Skipton Cup today against Guernsey. So just talking with Bassi then about, how much of an opportunity it presents different players in the squads, how much you're looking forward to showcasing more youth and experience in the team we've got out today.
Yeah, we've got what we've got. We've got obviously lads on holiday, lads who are injured, and so it just creates opportunities for the players in the squad. And last season, I think there was numerous players who maybe didn't see themselves being starters in the squad who were by the end in the starting 11, and so it's just another opportunity. I'm sure the team that me and Chris have got in our minds at this moment in time that we think is going to start the season and play most of it probably, I'm sure it'll look very different come the middle and the end of the season again, and there'll be new players that will have stepped in, developed and done well. So it's just another game for us pre-season. Ultimately it's about getting to the next week, first league game of the season in the best shape we can, with as close to the best starting 11 we believe as we can, and see where it takes us from there. And then the journey starts, and like I said, it evolves and moves. It's forever changing throughout the season.
And obviously last season we didn't have a pre-season, COVID and other situations. So how vital really is it to have a pre-season and get that under the belt? Do you see a big improvement from the start?
It's a hard one because last season, as you said, we didn't have any games. We went into the season and the first 7 or 8 games were like torture, standing watching the players, seeing how far behind everyone else we were fitness-wise, and not being able to done any work pre-season. So this year we have done it, but at the same time we're in a different level of football now, and so it doesn't mean that our start's going to be any better. It might be a sort of much the same. We might go into the season and that little bit of a step up in quality, we might feel again like we're sort of like playing catch up a little bit, and so it'll be down to me and Chris to sort of make us evolve quickly like we did last year, catch up, identify where the little problem areas are where we need to get better at, and hopefully much of the same as last season. But we know it's a different challenge. We know it's going to be hard. What I would say is we've had time with the lads, we've had games for sort of match fitness, so hopefully the gap between where we were last year and this year won't be as big, but speak to us in a month's time and that could have changed.
And is there any specifics in pre-season that you and Bassi have probably tried to focus on more, improving the squad, individuals, any specifics at all? Or
it's been about, obviously one of the main things about pre-season is obviously fitness, but there's many ways you can get fitness. Obviously you can run them and sort of try and increase fitness that way, and that's okay, but that's good for sort of like a base fitness. In reality it comes down to football matches and getting minutes in the legs and done at the right kind of intensity to replicate what the season's going to be about when it starts. And so we sort of spent the first half of pre-season doing a lot of physical running to give them a bit of a building base, and then the last 3 weeks, obviously since the game started, we've gone to more game orientated practices in training and stuff, and even this time now we're actually tipping off this week and next week towards the start of next season to hope that the fitness work catches up on us, so that when we start next week we're sort of as close to where we feel we need to be. These games are obviously the centre point now of everything. We'll work next week on maybe the things that don't happen this week and don't go so well, like we have done last week, and we're just starting to look for improvements week on week now, to get the team playing how we want to and see the things developing from what we worked on in training.
Yeah, and finally just a little note on Guernsey, obviously flying over here. What sort of test did they present? And obviously we've played them a few times now, so is it a really good test to just play these before the season to keep the momentum going? I
think it is, yeah. I mean, very much like for like really, our squads. I think we're quite close. They play a slightly different way to us, but in terms of challenges I think we're not a million miles apart, and so we've played a lot of teams that have been above us in the league structure, whereas I think Guernsey will be in and around us a bit more.